Okay. Can you see the picture? Can you see? It's clear?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, mute your microphone. Okay. Hello, my little scientist. Welcome to our online science class. I'm teacher Riham, your science teacher. May Allah protect Saudi Arabia and all Islamic countries from any terrorist. In the last week, we start in a new chapter and a new lesson. It's called Describing Matter, okay? It's called Describing Matter. It's completed today, inshallah. We will describe the properties of the matter and what about the matter. We will describe it. Okay, honey? Let's start or let's revise. What about the matter? Matter is everywhere. Matter is all things around us are made of matter. So all things around us are made of matter. Okay, but who can give me examples or tell me examples about the matter? Yes, Jana Salim.
Yes,
Jana?
teacher.
Yes. Tell me, honey, the matter like what?
The mother like to us.
Yeah, like that. Number one. What? Number one here, like the water.
And like the.
Yes, honey, look at the picture and tell me, like number one here is the water. Number two.
Is air. Excuse
Yeah.
me.
And number three.
And number three. Excuse me, teacher. Wow.
Yes. And all things are made of.
Mother.
Thank you so much, Jana. So all things are made of mother. Yes, honey. Please, all of you mute your microphone. Mute your microphone. Yes, honey. Okay.
I'm back now.
Okay, honey, you are welcome. So, number one, what is the mother? Mother is all things around us, and all things are made of matter. All things are made of matter. Okay. Yes, Imar. Imar. Okay, I'm sorry, what's wrong? Yes, Hur. 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 Ranim.
Yes, teacher.
Yes, Ranim. So, can you give me one example of the matter around us or around you? Like what?
Yes. The water.
Yeah, the water and what else?
The earth. The wood.
Yes, and what around you? Look around and tell me. Huh. Your pencil is a matter?
Yeah.
And your pencil is made of matter. Is made of?
Matter at my eraser.
Yeah, all in your desk. Thank you so much, Ranim. Super. So all things are made of matter. All things are made of matter, okay? And what about the matter? The matter may be natural, like the water, like the air, or made by people, like many things, like the chair, like the clothes, like the table, all things, or many things made by people. Okay, so the matter may be natural or made by people. The matter may be living also or non-living. Okay. Yeah. So who can tell me? Yes, Jude Arif. Can you tell me, Jude, or give me examples of the matter found in your desk?
Teacher.
Yes, Jude. Give me examples of the matter found in your desk. Like what, honey?
Like.
Yeah. in your desk. Do you have a pencil?
Yeah.
Yeah, what about your pencil? Pencil is made of?
Wood.
Yeah, so pencil is made of matter. Pencil is made of?
Matter.
Yes, what about your eraser? Eraser is made of matter. Eraser is made of?
Matter.
Thank you so much, Ruth. So all things are made of matter, honey. All things are made of matter, okay? Okay, I ask you here, I can't play a football by the shoes, and also I can't wear the t-shirt and the short in the in the winter, but I can play a football by the shoes and I can wear a jacket in the winter day. Why grade one? Because we must, please mute your microphone, because we must use suitable things for what do you want or what we want. Okay, we must have a suitable shoes or acceptable shoes for the football game. We must have a suitable or acceptable clothes for the winter day. Okay, and it's called properties. If we talk about the color, the shape, and the size, now we talk about the properties. So the matters have different properties. All the matters have different properties. All the matters have different properties. We can talk about the color, it's a property. We can talk about the shape, it's a property. We can talk about the size, it's a property also. So the matters have different properties, and if we talk about the properties, now we describe the matter. We describe the matter, okay? Yes, Lin Walid.
Yes, teacher.
Yes, honey. Can you give me one example of the matter around us, around you?
Mother.
Yeah.
The laptop.
Yeah, amazing. Your laptop are made of matter. Yeah, but tell me about the properties of your laptop. Yes, Lean Walid. All of you now mute your microphone. Yes, Lean.
Yeah.
Tell me about the properties of your laptop.
My laptop is heavy and it's colored.
Yeah, amazing. Yeah, so yeah. You can describe, you can say anything, and if we describe. Thank you so much. You are amazing. So now you talk about the.
Teacher.
Yes, Lean, tell me. Now you talk about the.
Mother.
Brew birds.
Rubel.
Yes, again, say it again. The brew.
Rubel.
Yeah, brew birds of the mother. Now you talk about the brew birds of the mother. Okay, honey. Thank you so much. Super girly. Thank you so much, honey. Okay. Yes, Munira. Munira?
Yeah, Munira.
Okay, but give me 1 minute, Munira. I will send the link for others because they cannot join with us.
Okay.
Okay, Munira, you can look around and tell me about, or give me one example of the mother.
The car. Pencil.
Yeah, what about your pencil? Tell me about the properties of your pencil.
Is it not heavy and you have the eraser and finish.
Yeah, what the color? Your pencil?
The color.
Yeah.
I have.
Okay, so if you now you talk about the properties, you talk about.
Blue. I have blue.
Okay, no problem, honey. So you talk about the properties. You talk about the.
Blue bag.
Yeah, the births of the mother. The births of the mother. Thank you so much, Munira. Okay, so we can describe the mother. If we describe the mother, so we talk about the births of the mother, okay? Now we have three kinds of the mother. How many kinds? We have three kinds of the mother, okay? Solid, gas, and liquid. So the matter are different. The matter have different properties and also we different kinds of the matter. Not all the matter are the same. No, of course no. But we have three kinds of the matter. Okay, three kinds of the matter: solid, gas, and liquid. Solid, gas, and liquid. Yes, Kinda. Kinda.
Yes, teacher.
Yes, tell me, honey, about the kinds of the matter. Yes, how many kinds of the matter? 3 or 4?
3.
Yes, amazing. Number 1?
Number 1, solid. And number
Solid.
2, gas. And number 3, liquid.
Super and faster, mashallah. Thanks a lot, Kinda. Okay, today let's talk about a new thing. What about the mass? What about the mass? Okay. Sorry. Okay. Look, grade 1, here we have, in this box, we have 1 kilogram from the apple, okay? But here in this box, we have 4 kilogram from the apples, okay? So how much how much matter? Apple is a matter. Apple is a matter. So how much matter something has? How much matter something has? So now we talk about the mass. Now we talk about the mass. Now we talk about the mass. Let's repeat after me. Mass. 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 What about the mass? Mass is how. How much matter something has. How much matter something has. Look at these two books, okay? And number 1, less matter. Number 1 has less matter, but number 2 has more matter. Number 1 has more matter. So the heavy things like this box, it's heavy because it have more mass. Because it has more mass, so it is heavy. So this box is heavy because it has more mass. Because it has more mass, okay? And more mass meaning more matters, okay? More, let's write it together. More mass, but I'm sorry, I can't write it well, but I can write here. Okay, so more mass is meaning more matters. More mass is meaning more matters, okay? So more mass is meaning more matters. So the heavy things has more mass because more matters inside it, because more matters inside it. But the light mass, the light things has less mass, have less mass because it has less matter, because it has less matter, okay, less matter. Let's compare now between these objects, okay? Who will compare with me? Yes. Yes, Shaden.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, honey. Let's compare with us, okay? Let's compare between these objects. Do you know which object has more mass? Number 1 or number 2, Shaden? Which has more mass, number 1 or number 2?
Number 2.
Super, Shaden. Because number 2 has more mass and more
apple.
Yes, more apple. Apple is a matter. So more mass and more matter. More mass and more. Yes, honey. Welcome, Larine. Okay, let's wait, honey. Yes, so more mass is meaning more matter. More mass and more
Mother.
Thank you so much, Shadon. More mass here and more matter. Thank you so much. Yes, Nagam. So, which is heavy? Which is heavy object? Number 1 or number 2? Yes,
Again, teacher.
yes, listen. Which is heavy? Which is heavy things? Number 1 is heavy or number 2 is heavy? Yeah, which is heavy and which is light? Heavy, heavy. The heavy things has more mass. Nagam, your voice is not clear. What's wrong?
I don't know.
Okay, honey, so let's answer. Which is heavy? The heavy object have more mass. So which is heavy? Number 1 or number 2?
2.
Super, Nagam. Number 2 is heavy because number 2 have more mass and more matter. Thank you so much, Nagam. Super. Okay. Yes, Hams. Hams. And which is light, Hams? Number 1 or number 2?
Light. Teacher, light.
Yes, honey. Which is light? Number 1 or number 2?
Number 1.
Amazing. Number 1 is light because number 1 has more mass or less mass?
Less mass.
Super, because it have super Hams because it has less mass and less matter, so light object. So it is a light object. Thank you so much, honey. Yes, Leen Ahmed. Leen.
Yes, teacher.
Yes, please, Leen, look at this picture and tell me, which is a heavy object? The metal bird, number 1, or the sponge bird, number 2? Which is heavy? Which is heavier?
Number 1.
Super, the metal is heavier because number 1 has more
mass.
Super, more mass and more
matter.
Super, girl. Amazing. Aline, thank you so much. Because number 1 has more mass and more matter. Thank you so much, honey. Yes, Rafa? And what about number 2? It is heavy or light? Rafa? Where are you? Yes, Ala? Ala? Ala?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, honey. So what about number 2? It is light or heavy?
Heavy.
Number 2, Ala, the sponge bird. It's light or heavy?
Light.
Yeah, it's light because it has less. Yes, honey? Less mass. Wait, Rafa, wait, honey. Yes, Ala, less mass and less matter. Less mass and less
matter.
Thank you so much, Ala. So number 2 is a light object because it has this mass and this matter. Thank you so much. Yes, Rafa, let's compare now.
Yes.
Okay, let's compare between this object, okay? Which one has a heavy, which is heavy, sorry, which is the heavy object, which is the heavier object? Number 1 or number 2?
Number 1.
Yeah, number 1 is heavy because number 1 has more
mass.
More mass and more
matter.
And more matter and more
matter.
Thank you so much, Rafa, because number 1 has more mass and more matter, okay? Thank you so much, Rafa. Yes, Haneen Al-Sabiani. And what about number 2, Haneen?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, what about number 2?
The
The pencil. What about this pencil? It is lighter than this car or heavier than?
Heavier than.
It is heavy or light?
Light.
Yeah, it is lighter than this car because it has less.
Than.
Yeah, less what? Less mass and less.
Than.
Yes, honey, less mass and less matter. Less mass and less.
Mother.
Yeah, less mass and less matter. So the objects which has less mass and or which have less mass and less matter is light or is heavy? Less mass, yeah, amazing. Which has less mass and less matter. So yeah, they are light. They are light. Thank you so much, honey and super. Yes, Talia. Sorry, Tala first and then Tali. Tala.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, Tala. Look, honey, does the book here have more mass than the flower? Which have more mass here, number 1 or number 2?
Number 1.
Yeah, the book has a more mass because the book has more. Yes, more. Yeah, more mass and more. Yeah, more mass and more. And more matter. More mass and more.
And more right?
Yeah, more mass and more matter. More mass and more.
Mother.
Yeah, more mass and more matter. Thank you so much, honey. Super good. Okay. Thank you, Talia. Yes, Tala. Sorry, thank you, Tala. Now, Talia. Talia, what about the flower? Yes, what about the flower? The flower is lighter than the book or heavier than the book?
Lighter than the book.
Yeah, amazing. It's lighter than the book because it has less.
Less.
Less what?
Flower.
Less mass. Less.
Less mass.
And less matter. Less mass and less.
Less mass and less matter.
Thank you so much, honey. Less mass and less matter. So light things. So light things have less mass and less matter, but heavy things have more mass and more matter. More mass and more matter. Okay. Let's look at this picture again and comparing the mass here and tell me, Judy Rami, what about number 1 and what about number 2, Judy?
What?
Yes, Judy. Yes, honey. Lean Wali, turn off your camera, Lean, honey. So look well here. Can you compare the mass here, which have more mass? Number 1 or number 2 with more mass? Which toy? The metal toy or the plastic toy? Judy, where are you?
Teacher, say Judy.
So I say your name, Judy Rami. Tell me, Judy, compare the mass. Tell me which has more mass, number 1 or number 2? Which toy?
Number 2.
Number 1 or number 2? Number 1 is a metal, but number 2 is a plastic. So which one?
One.
Okay. So number 1, because number 1 has more matter, has more. Judy, where are you? Judy.
Yes, teacher.
Yes, Judy, answer me, honey, because number 1 has more matter. Number 1 has more.
Plastic.
Yeah, number one has more matter. Number one has more mass and more matter. More mass and more.
Mother.
Yeah, more mass and more matter. But here number two, Judy, listen to me, Judy, and answer.
Yes.
What about number two, Judy? Number two, less mass and less.
Mother.
Yeah, less mass and less matter. Thank you so much, Judy. Okay. Now, grade one, how can we measure a mass? We wanted to measure the mass. How can we measure it? By the balance. By the balance. So how can we measure the mass? By the balance. So this tool is called balance. Like how can we measure the temperature? By the thermometer. So now how can we measure the mass? By the balance. By the balance. By the balance. Read after me. Balance. 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 So how can we measure the mass? By the balance. How can we measure the mass? By the balance. Yes, Sarah? Tell me, Sarah, how can we measure the mass? By the?
What?
How can we measure the mass? By the?
By the balance.
Balance. By the?
Balance.
Balance. By the balance. By the?
Balance.
Yes, Sarah, if you have one pencil here and here, 4 pencils, okay? Oh, sorry. So here 1 pencil and here 4 pencils, okay? Tell me, which is more mass, which has a more mass?
4.
Yeah, amazing, the 4 pencil. And which way, wait, sorry. So 1 here and 4 here. So which will sink down, number 1 or the 1 pencil or the 4 pencils, which will sink down like this?
1.
Number 1 or number 4, Sarah? Think down. Yeah, because 4 has, Nira, mute your microphone, Nira. Because 1 has more. Nira, mute your microphone. Yes, Sarah. I'm sorry, Sarah. Open your microphone again.
Yeah.
Nira, the last warning. Mute your microphone. Yes, Sarah. So because number 4 has more, if we have 4 pencils here, so 4 pencils has more mass. 4 pencils, more mass and more matter. More matter and more mass. More matter and more
Mass.
Thank you so much, Sarah. Yes, Fatima Ali. Fatima Ali. Fatima Ali. Athir Adnan. Athir.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, Athir. So, Athir, we can measure the mass by the balance. By the balance. Super, Athir. Thank you so much. Yes, Zain. Tell me again, Zain, how can we measure the mass by the? Zain, how can we measure the mass by the? Yes, tell me about the name of this tool. It's called? Balance, honey. It's called?
Balance.
Balance is called?
Balance.
Balance. Repeat it again. Balance. Balance is called?
Balance.
Yeah, balance is called?
Balance.
Balance. Thank you so much, honey. It's called balance. So how we can measure the mass? By the balance. Okay. So what about the mass? Mass is how much matter something has, is how much matter something has. Yes, deem. So heavy things, deem, have more or less mass. Deem. To lie. Hala.
Yes, teacher, Dim. Yes, teacher. Yes, teacher, I am to lie. Yes, teacher, I am to lie.
Okay. So Deem, let's start from Deem. Okay, all of you mute your microphone and wait. Deem, Heavy things have more mass or less mass?
What?
Yes. Heavy things have more mass or less mass?
Math. What's math?
More or less, Deem?
More.
More mass. Thank you so much, Deem. Yes, to lie. But light mass to lie. Sorry, light things to lie.
Yeah.
But light things to lie have less mass. Have less
Math.
mass. Thank you so much, to lie. Yes, Hala.
Yes, teacher.
So Hala, heavy things have more mass or less mass? The heavy things, more mass or less mass?
More. Math.
Super, have more mass. Thank you so much, Hala. Yes, Haneen الغامدي. حنين الغامدي. Yes, خلود. خلود.
Teacher, I answered.
Yes, honey. And the lighter things have more mass or less mass? The lighter things, more mass or less mass?
Less.
Yeah, less mass. The lighter things have less mass. Thank you so much, honey. Okay.
You're welcome.
Yes, Ratil. Fatima Abdullah. Yes, Fatima. So, honey, how much matter is in the object? If we talk about how much matter, it's more matter or less matter. So now, it is the mass or shape or size?
Math.
Amazing. It is the mass. Now we talk about the mass. Thank you so much, honey. Super, Fatima. Yes, Saba? Saba Ali?
After seven Maya.
Yes, Saba?
Yes, teacher.
So, Saba, heavier objects have more mass than lighter object or less mass? The heavy object or heavier object. Huh? More mass than the lighter one or less?
More.
Yes, more. Have more. Thank you so much, Seba. More mass. Yes, Larine?
Yes. Yes, teacher.
Honey, you can measure the mass with a balance, with a balance, with a
Balance.
yeah, with a balance. Thank you so much, Larine. Super. Yes, Lara? Tell me again, Lara. You can measure mass with a. Tell me again, honey. You can measure mass with a. With a thermometer. Yes, honey, you are good. Yes, Lara. With a balance. Thank you so much, Uber. Yes, Maya. And the heavy things, Maya. Heavy things have.
Yes, teacher.
Yes, listen, honey. Heavy things have more mass or less mass?
What?
Heavy things,
Okay.
things have more mass or less mass?
More.
Uber, Maya have more mass. Thank you so much, honey. Yes, Noor Al Musa.
You welcome.
Noor Al Musa. But
I
like
love you, teacher.
I love you more, honey. Yes, Noor Al Musa. Where are you? Okay, Noura Saleh. Noura Saleh.
Yes, teacher. I'm Noura Al Musa.
Yes, Noor Al Musa. Yes. Yes, wait, Noura Saleh, after Noor Al Musa. So lighter things, Noor Al Musa, lighter things have what mass? Have more mass or less mass?
Again, teacher?
Lighter things, the light things have more mass or less mass?
Lighter?
Yeah, more or less?
more or less?
Yes, honey. Light. The lighter things. More or less mass?
Teacher, which one the lighter?
Nora, you are with me from the beginning. Are you sure?
I'm with you.
Okay, look, Nora. This is the lighter, and this is the heavy. Okay, which has more mass? This one or this one has more? The light or the heavy? One or two, the light or the heavy number 2? Which has less mass? Less mass, less mass.
Less one.
Yeah, amazing. Like this. Okay? Like here. Where is it?
Okay.
Like the pencil and this car. Which has less mass? Which is lighter?
Lighter?
1 or 2?
2.
Yeah, because 2 has less mass or more mass. The lighter have more mass or less mass?
The lighter have
More mass or less mass?
less.
Yes, Nora, less mass. Thank you so much, honey. Yes, Nora Saleh. Nora Saleh. Yes. So, Nora, can you tell me or give me one example of the matter around you, but quickly? Tell me about you have a phone or your mother have a phone, of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about the phone and the laptop? Which is heavy?
The laptop.
Why, honey? Because the laptop have or has more mass or less mass?
More mass.
More mass and more? More mass and more matter and more?
Matter.
Yes, amazing. But the phone is?
Less mass and less matter.
Thank you so much, honey. You are amazing. Thanks a lot, grade 1. You can leave the meeting now. Have a nice day.
Teacher, I love